Scaffolding, carpets and cobwebs. This job is a big one, but can we get it done in just 8 hours? Let's go and find out.
We have every week 600 people that would use this site for our youth, children's and our regular weekly ministries. And on top of that, you've probably got 300 or 400 people who meet here on the Sundays. If it's clean and tidy, then it means it's better for us to be able to serve those people who come to us during the week. We haven't had a clean since 2019 because of the pandemic. You know, normally we had a team of people that are cleaning, but I think we've just become aware of actually since that time, we haven't invested in our buildings in that way. So it's a perfect opportunity for us to get a good company in who can actually do a really good quality deep clean.
You know, where it goes one, two, that little bit there. There's the dust off all of those, dust off any.
Look at a pot of coffee on the tube.
So this is St Paul's Church. Anywhere between 500 and 1,000 people come through here every Sunday, plus many other events, social gatherings and important community get-togethers throughout the week. That means cleaning, especially at this time of year, is more important than ever. So starting from the high pillars, we'll be covering the hard to reach areas, the shelves, the carpets, the older wood and the newer wood walls. Not forgetting the stage lights, the old organ and the speakers. Let's get to work. Thanks to the scaffolding training that the guys did in episode 22 of Behind the Cleans. If you haven't seen that one, click the link above so you can go and check out that episode. But as you can see, ladders just wouldn't cut it. So we have to use the scaffolding. We've got the wheeled scaffolding so we can maneuver it around and get to each area. Some of you may be thinking, well, why aren't we using powered access? Because we could move it across. The trouble is with powered access is basically the carpets and areas like that. It's not needed to go right the way above. So we've been able to keep the costs down for the client as much as anything else to make sure that we can still reach all the areas. Scaffolding is exactly what we need. Stone carving is just amazing.
Yeah, I know it
is.
Yeah, incredible. My great grandpa was stonemason. Stonemason, yeah.
Was he?
Oh wow.
I wonder how old this actually carving is.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that earlier.
Lovely.
And at the end of the day.
See the dust? Look.
Oh yeah. Look at that, yeah, and the light.
God blimey. If we do this section then, because we would have done that section, we do that bit and the other side of it, we'll do that light, and then if we can get it up on the stage and do those two lights,
Yeah.
and then that's all the high level done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's dust and a half, isn't it? Yeah. So it's hard to reach areas, isn't it? That's going to happen. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So we're getting the corners up there as well.
Do the tops first, before I clean that bit.
Yeah. Tell you something, I'm not great with dusty areas.
We should have a mask on up there, really.
Yeah.
I might get a cloth and just do these bits in here.
Oh yeah. Stone? Oh, like falling from the arch. Other side of that arch.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Because in all fairness, I was going to do that because I told Craig to film me doing it, and then...
No.
That's all right, you carry on. Okay. I know you love being on camera.
I hate being on camera. Having fun, Ashley?
Yeah, that's cruel. That's cruel. And when he gets you some good footage as well, you're shooting yourself in the foot. stained glass windows, as we all know, are a key part of any church. They retell stories of the Bible, and like any window, they allow light in and brighten up the space. The problem is with stained glass windows is they will capture quite a lot of dust and dirt as well, and they can be very, very sensitive when you touch them, so you have to be careful and very delicate. Part of the key job today is to make sure we get all the dust and the dirt and the cobwebs off. Unfortunately, we can't actually literally clean them because they are that sensitive. So we're focusing on more the dust and the dirt and the light touch to get them nice and clean. So this area here is normally where the kids have a play area and basically a socialising. You saw the level of build up above, obviously all of that is coming down. You can imagine what is actually in that dust and dirt. So it's really important to keep it nice and hygienic, get rid of all that build up to make it nice and safe for the kids as well. With some, there is still a bit of an underlying concern that they can be at risk in this type of space or in any group gatherings because of the pandemic. So again, it's important to keep it nice and clean and safe for them to feel comfortable to socialise.
And here, look. You see what we've got to work from top to bottom. Clear this first, yeah. Then do this after.
All stone from that.
Stone, yeah, dust, all sorts. Like when we dusted this earlier, this is what debris there was from cleaning that area.
I suppose that's why you work down, isn't it?
Obviously. Good old wood down.
Ooh,
Safe.
yeah. But it doesn't have a lock.
No.
It's an unsafe safe.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's not very secure, is it?
You ever been in many tight crawl spaces?
Oh yeah, plenty, yeah. More so with the tractors.
Oh yeah. I was wondering actually, I mean Jordan can fit in the ducks, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I'm able to fit in most of them. No, some you can't, but some of them you can physically get in. But even in the tenancies, had quite a few places where there's been sort of attics and little doors in the walls and stuff where you get inside. Yeah, I've had a few recently actually where there's been some little cupboards and doors going into the roof spaces and basement spaces.
It's not dated, is it? Well, it's not going to be dated, is it?
Yeah.
Is the whole point that it predates date?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any idea what those white sort of stains are from?
It's blue tack, or a cheap version of it, but it's gone gooey, and obviously it's been pushed into the grain of the wood. But the solution I'm using breaks down a certain amount of the glue anyway. I'm just trying to take the excess off just to make it a little bit easier. Trouble is with this, it's just because it's in the grain of the wood. I'll get the steamer on in a minute to see if that takes it off, but obviously you've got to be careful because it's wood. Could take the discoloration, it could discolour the wood. So
Yeah. Is it more of a problem with old wood as well?
it's any sort of varnished or stained wood. Obviously any chemical that's too strong or any sort of heat, abrasion, all of it can all damage the wood, which is what you've got to be careful of. Because even what I'm doing now is, you know, just by rubbing it with the cloth, the friction and the agitation of it alone could damage the wood, so you've got to go careful. But it's kind of like, what's worse if we get some of it off? But I'll try and get in the middle so we don't take too much off. And they'll probably come straight back in after we finish and stick something else up, and it'll be pointless. But
It's the principle at the end of the day. Show off the hard work.
well, it's also the fact that they might see it and they might decide actually that wasn't the best idea, or, you know, we'll fix some proper boards up rather than just sticking up posters with blue tack or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the better way of doing it. Put a proper board up there. But one thing to remember is the building is old. The wood and the materials inside are old. The building was rebuilt back in the 1950s, so things still need a very delicate touch, meaning when we're looking at the detailed areas and some of the stonework up there, we will be using fine brushes just to actually getting the detailed areas. We'll use some steamers elsewhere as well, but we certainly won't be doing it on any of the sensitive stonework. You know you don't need the vacuum on, don't you? I do now. As we've mentioned in previous videos, radiators are essential to keeping everyone warm and comfortable with any building. With anywhere between 600 to 1,000 people within this church at any one time, it is absolutely paramount that we keep the moisture low and the actual temperature up. Doors are always open because people are always welcome here. So we're losing a lot of hot air, but we're also generating a lot from these radiators.
Yeah, get in the top. We can't get to the top there, can we? So let me do these two. Once I've done this, we move the tower through to there, and then you can do that. Once you've done that, you can head off there, because you need to go and do your van check. I mean, we'll see how time goes, but Lee should be back by then, which means there's the four of us. So if you can see it from that, well, that one there, you see that? Look how clogged the vents are.
Oh yeah.
Which is a fire risk. Is that there, if the vents aren't clear,
Yeah.
lights can overheat and they can set a light.
Oh right.
And we all know what fires are like. You've only got to watch the last episode of Behind the Scenes. Episode, can't remember.
34?
I don't know.
34,
If I
35?
put that on the screen, people can see, because I have not got a clue. I lose count.
How do you not get nervous up this high?
I used to work on building sites, building log cabins. So I used to put roofs on log cabins, which is basically rafters
Yeah.
and nothing else. So I used to... What, go and do the van jacket and come back? You can't reach? Sorry? If anything, you may as well just help vacuum or something. Yeah, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter what time it is. You can go anytime. Just as long as, what I thought is once you've done that, you can probably go. Yeah. Just go a little bit later and then you can go there, do your van check and go home. Yeah. So I used to put build log cabins, so I was always up on the roof. When I very first left college, I'm actually a trained tree surgeon, a horticulturalist.
Did you say tree surgeon?
Tree surgeon, yeah.
Tree surgeon.
Tree surgeon. I'm trained in the use of chainsaws and topping trees and all that.
Yeah.
So I used to go up. My dad many years ago, and my granddad used to do landscaping and tree surgery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I used to go up big poplar trees. Even when I was a teenager, health and safety wasn't a thing back then. But as a teenager, when I was still at school, I used to go up the trees, take the tops out of the trees.
Oh right.
Just didn't bother me. It didn't faze me. Heights don't worry me at all.
Wait, so why do you take the top off? Why don't you just take the whole tree down?
Because if you take the whole tree down, you've got no tree.
Oh.
Whereas if you take the top off, you're just bringing the tree down, you're making it more stable. Otherwise,
Oh.
the tree just gets, certain trees anyway, poplars, get taller and taller and taller until eventually the roots can't hold them and they go over.
Oh right.
Whereas if you take the top out,
or top the tree, which means take the top out, reduce the height of the tree. Not only will the height of the tree tend to fill out a little bit more around the edges and down the bottom, the roots will fill out more, but it's more stable.
All right.
The tree will last longer. Certain trees anyway. So yeah, heights have never bothered me. And then when I went into doing the log cabins, we used to do all of this. So we used to go up the scaffolding, and with some of the log cabins would have a centre beam down through the middle, and then they'd have a wall on either side. And you used to have the rafters, would get one rafter that side, one rafter that side. Do it that way. So you'd have a beam through the middle, the outer wall, and the rafter would go like that into a peak. And what you have to do is fix the top together, because log cabins move all the time. And the wood swells and shrinks and stuff like that, so they always move. So the top has to be fixed together in a way that they can still sort of give and lift.
Yeah.
So you had to have someone on that centre beam to fix the two beams together. So when we used to work in gangs of 3, and you'd have one on each wall, one on the centre beam, and we'd fix them all together and work our way along.
Oh, okay.
And I used to be the one on the centre beam. Used to love it. Great fun.
Okay. I just quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's shaking.
So it's about 5:30 and we're kind of on the home stretch, but we are overrunning more than what we thought we would be. So we're still on that balance of making sure we don't cut any corners and we get it all done. The carpets is quite a quick process with the way we do it, he says, as the phone starts ringing. But we've got to make sure we get all the stains out as we're going. Well, that's a wrap. We have overran a little bit, but we have gone above and beyond the customer's expectations. Not just with the wood, the carpets and the pillars, but we've done the radiators, the mats for the children's area and the stage lighting as well. Making sure the customer is over the moon. But what do you think? Could we have done more? Should we have done more? Maybe you know of another local church or another worthy cause that could do with our help free of charge. Drop it in the comments, let us know and we'll be in touch. We've got more of these jobs coming your way. Thanks very much for watching. Please do remember to click the subscribe button below, turn on the notification bell so you get the heads up every time we publish a video. Thanks very much for watching and we hope to see you again soon.